G'day guys, welcome and thanks for watching Fishing Adventures Hawke's Bay. In today's video, I want to show you guys the rig that I use for 90% of the fishing I do and a really easy way to make it exactly the same each and every time. So the rig is called the ledger rig or the snapper dropper rig, and I've come across this method of making it exactly the way that I want it every time. So stay tuned to see how that's done. Make sure you smash that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of the future action. So this is called a pegboard, and to make it is really easy. The only thing you need is a off-cut piece of wood about 1 meter long by 35 and a hammer and some nails, 10 nails. Then what you want to do is you want to find where you want to put your spool with your leader line. So I've just made it up there and it fits on there. Then off to the side you want to have 2 nails, one in the right in the corner and then just one off on an angle. Then what you have is 3 nails, 1, 2, 3 in a triangle, and that determines your loop size, the size of your dropper loop. If you want it bigger, you move this up. If you want it smaller, you move it down. I have another nail on there and I'll show you what that's for. That's just when I'm tying the knot, I can hook it onto there. Then off to the side I have another one. That's where I hook my sinker loop to start off with, and that gap is the gap that I'll have between my sinker and the loop, because I want my loop to be on the bottom where my sinker sits, and they will be exactly the same. Then off to the side over there I have another nail, and that's where I hook my first loop. When I've made this loop, I hook that onto there, and that will give me a gap between this loop and the next loop so they don't touch each other. You start off with your leader line, pull off about 30 centimeters. So I've measured out 30 centimeters on there, and what you do is just fold it back on itself 30 centimeters and you make a simple overhand knot. I just make one turn, because this is your sinker. If you want anything to break, if this gets snagged, you want it to break off, so just make one, pull that tight and then I get rid of the tag end. Then I pull out a little bit of line. Then what you want to do here is go on the inside of that nail and then on the outside of that nail. All that does is just give a little bit of tension on the line there. Then you wrap it around your 3 nails forming your loop and hook that onto your sinker, onto this nail for the sinker. Then you want to pull everything nice and tight by just turning the spool, and then you simply do your 6 turns. So starting off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 turns, just by holding the loop open. Remove that part, stick it through the loop and pull it tight. Then what you do is I hook it onto that other nail that I've put in there and keep it tight. Remove everything and pull it towards you, and then loop it up and pull it tight, and that's your first dropper loop done. So the second one, this is your first dropper loop. You pull off another bit of piece of line on the inside of the first nail, outside of the second nail, around your three nails for the loop, and then giving it some slack. You want to pull this, you want to pull that loop all the way to the end, hooking it on that last nail in there, and then just the same steps. You want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, keeping the loop open with your finger. Remove that part, stick it through that open loop, hook it onto that other nail, pull the whole thing towards you and lube it up and pull it tight. So now you can see There's my 2 loops. They can't touch each other, they're away from each other, and these, the one for the sinker and the bottom loop, they are exactly the same. So that means your bottom bait's going to be on the ground and ready for that gurnard or snapper or bottom feeder to take it from the bottom. Then the only thing else I do, since this board is about 1 meter long, I measure out 1 meter of line and I snip it off right there, and this is the end where I'll be attaching my swivel. So for attaching the swivel, I just use a normal improved clench knot. So I put the tag in through the swivel and fold it back, leaving myself about 15 centimeters slack on that end, and then pinching it down, and then I just go around itself 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. You can do as many as you like, you prefer, and then I go in through the back and then back in on itself, and then I'll be grabbing that end with my teeth and then just pulling it tight slightly until it grips. You have that. Then I'll wet the whole thing, just lube it up, and then by pulling this end and pulling on the main line, that will fold back on itself and tighten up. And then all you need to do then is just snip off this tag end, leaving about 5 centimeters or 5 mils of tag end, just so if there's any slippage it doesn't pull through. So that's attaching the swivel to the rig. The next part would probably be the most important part for this rig, and that's attaching the hooks. So the hooks that I use is called the OM Flasher, and it's a live bait style hook, and it comes with these awesome flashes for attracting big fish. Also has this little lumo strip in there that illuminates in the water, and that just makes for so much more attraction to your bait and to getting hookups on your fish. This is the one that I use. So if you want to get your hands on these, just look down in the description and I'll put a link in there where you can get yours today. So now attaching the hook to your rig, what I normally do is I just pinch down this loop all the way to the end and then make a little kink in it so I can get it through the eye of the hook. Then with the hook facing towards you, you want to put it through the eye of the hook and then just loop it around itself, getting all those flashes through, and once it's around you just pull it tight and you'll see it nicely into place, and that's you ready for fishing. So as you can see, that sinker sits right on the bottom and your bait is right there on the bottom next to it, drifting in the current and enticing those big fish to pick it up. And hopefully by using this method, guys, you will be able to land yourself that big fish, that trophy fish. If you do, I'd like to hear about it. Leave me a comment down below and tell me about your fish that you've hooked up by using this rig. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope that rig actually gets you your big trophy fish. One of those that you can hold like this would be awesome, and I'd love to hear about that. So if you do catch that fish, please come back and leave me a comment. I really appreciate each and every one of you leaving me comments, and I always reply back to your comments. And then also a really big thank you to everyone that's been subscribed to my channel and been subscribing to my channel. I've grown to about 1,100 subscribers, give or take, and I am so excited about that, so happy. I really can't tell you how much I appreciate all of you guys and all the support that you've been showing me. It's really been amazing time, and I love doing this, and I'll keep on doing this for as long as I can. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so by clicking on that red subscribe button down below, and that will just make sure that you don't miss out on any of the future action. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. If you've missed this video, then click on this link, and if you've missed that video, then click on that link. Click on the logo below to become part of my family.